Surprise as well. Steve, how do you marry this with the comments from Ben Bernanke today on the Hill that sort of strong-armed Congress into saying, you know what, we've got to get the fiscal house in order, otherwise whatever else we do won't matter?
You know, I think you really have to respect Bernanke because he's not buckling to perceived political pressure. He's doing what he thinks is right, and he's taking it right to Congress. I think that if you read through his speech, the paired remarks, you would see that a couple of things were interesting, that he did leave out the hope that there could be a QE3, said he'd do what he would have to do. But to me, things have to get a lot worse. I mean, a lot worse. The market's got to come down, employment's got to go higher, and inflation has to stay very, pretty much where it is in order for a QE3 to come out, because if it doesn't, then there's no reason to do it. Period.
Me that QE3 is on the table. So I'm not going to be one of the, I'm really not going to join the inflationist camp at this point. I think that's getting a little overwrought, a little far-fetched as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with you completely about the dollar. And what we're trading, it seems to be, we're trading headlines. So we have the headline today about, downgrading or putting the U.S. on negative watch. Right? So that creates the opportunity, as you say, because I'm in your camp, to short the euro. When the real problem is not the headlines in Europe, but the real actual substantive problem of they're in a credit meltdown.
I think Europe has so many more problems than we have.
When it comes to strength in China, well, you know what? Posted its numbers, strength in China.
But you also have to take a look at what their commentary is and the conference call and what they say about input costs. And let's look at the companies that have more of a business in the U.S. and don't have China to rely on. China's been the story for a long time. It's going to be the story. But for the domestic restaurant companies where you've seen inflation and you may see a slowing down sales to match theirs, it could be a more troubling story.
All right, let's do it. The final trade. Let's go around the horn. BK.
I think you can buy silver SLV here.
Stephen Weiss.
I'm going to buy the regional banks.
Guy.
I'm so with BK.